Hey YouTubers, good morning, it's Rob. Guys, a couple of weeks ago I started a new series on my channel on the self-improvement idea, improving one thing every day, no matter how small. And I'm not going to go over the reasons why I started, but if you want to check the first video I did and last week's, I went into detail about why I'm doing it and what I expect to get out of it. I thought we'd just get right into it today. This is the spreadsheet I've been keeping, and these are the last 7 days. I'm going to only do one more weekly video next week, or no, another month I'll do one, and then I'll do it at the end of 100 days. I want to do 100 days of improving one thing every day, and so there'll be two more videos, one in about a month from now, and one at the end of 100 days. I expect to get, I believe in the Pareto Principle, where you get about 80% of your results for 20% of your efforts. So I expect out of 100 days, 100 ideas, to have about 20 ideas that turned into something I do or tried. And out of those 20, about 20%, about 4 or 5 that actually turned out to be something really good that affected my life. So we'll see what happens. So this last week, we'll start with, we won't start with Uma Thurman. We'll start with number 10 on the 19th. I decided that something might help. I sent a bunch of emails out to people and had some links in them, and I didn't get any responses except from one person. And I realized that maybe some of those emails might be going into the recipient spam folder. And also maybe some of the recipients may have thought I was just a crazy person, didn't want to respond, and doesn't really want to hear from me again. So, like, it would have been better if I had sent the recipients an email prior to sending that one full of links that they should expect that I was sending an email soon. That was going to have a lot of links, because you don't want to open up an email anyway that has a lot of links unless you know it's coming, because you don't know if it's going to be something that's just a fishing expedition from somebody from another country. The second one, I decided to start using my mini minder. My mini minder is a little program I have as a free program on my computer that it just allows me to schedule things. In the past, I've used it successfully for doctor appointments, to reminder for birthdays and keeping appointments, but I've not used it for anything else. And I realized I could use it for so many different things to keep me on track. And I don't know why I've never used it. And there are so many scheduling programs and apps available on people's phones, and there's tons and tons of, but that's the one I use. And I decided it might be very helpful to use it to the max. And that's something very simple to use, and I should get benefits from it. The 21st, I decided that I was no longer going to buy or fill up my house with any more video projects until I get rid of the ones I have that are either in process or laying on my table in the front room. I think I've got 5 projects on my table in the front room that I need to start or complete. So I got to stop buying things and just bring things home that going to clutter up the house until I get rid of the other ones. And that's something I started. I decided to, on the 22nd, I exercise several ways every day, and I decided to diversify. The exercise I do most is I walk twice a day, and that's good because it's so simple to do and it's enjoyable, but it's also become a habit, which is the most important. The most important muscle to develop in your body is the habit muscle. Once you develop a habit, then you can expand on it and modify it, and that's what I want to do with my walking now. I think every afternoon, instead of walking, I'll just take the bicycle for a ride, and that'll be good. Also, I want to start experimenting with the high intensity interval training, where people have done research in the lab and they show where you can use a method of exercising to reduce the amount of time needed drastically. You can basically exercise for a few minutes a day and get as much tone in your body for your heart and your systems, as opposed to like for 40 minutes of repetitious other type of exercise. So it's been proven in the lab too. I'll leave a link to a book on it. It's a very interesting book. On the 23rd, I wrote something that later on I realized that wasn't what I meant. It says, say thank you every day to someone. Now, in one way, it's good because it's specific. A lot of these aren't specific and they'll never get done. But this part, someone, that's not specific at all. And then I realized I don't have this problem about saying thank you to someone. I have a problem saying thank you to people in particular, specifically. Like when I leave the house, I believe in the social contract. You should try to be polite to people and keep it toned down a bit, because you never know when you could come in contact with someone having the worst day of their life, or just they're not taking their medication, or if you figure 8% of the people in America believe Elvis Presley's still alive. So you want to be careful when you leave the house, and I do. I'm almost always polite, and I try to be toned down and say thank you and so on. But I realized the people I really care about, the people that like if they asked me to help them move, I would, and they would do the same for me. You donate your liver if you had to. Well, I don't think I say thank you to them half enough. I need to work on this. You take people for granted after a while because you realize, well, they have to know you care about them, but they do. But everyone likes to hear it once in a while, and I need to improve on that. Number 20, the 24th of January. I've been writing these down on the computer, and I'd stopped putting them in the log, and I realized I need to go back to the paper log. So if I'm going to continue to do this, one idea to improve things would be to write things down in a log, because if I come up with an idea, it's a lot easier just to go to the log and open it up and write it down, then turn on the computer, wait for it to log open, and then to turn on another app and so on. It makes things a lot simpler, even though I have to, for the next 100 days, I have to put them in 2 different places, but it's not a big deal. For the 25th, which is tomorrow, I'm a day ahead. I need to focus more on my strengths. Like, let's say I want to improve my YouTube channel. I should try to improve my YouTube channel by looking at things that I'm strong at. Like, go to my YouTube channel. I should find videos, types of videos that people like a lot and that I like to do. Then just do more of them. It's a no-brainer. Instead of spending time doing things that nobody likes and I'm not too happy about. So as I get older and I realize I don't have that much more time left, I mean, I'm only going to live to 104. So I need to work more efficiently. And I think one way would be to sit down and identify my strengths and then focus on them and not try to spend a lot of time on things I'm really weak on and hope I'm going to get better one day. At this point in my life, I think I just cut my losses and just focus on the things that are working for me. So those are the ideas for this week. And like I said, when I start them, I'll say if I did start them, then if they went for 30 days and 60 days, I want to go and see how many ideas I have at the end of 100 days and how many that turned out to be something helpful. I think like this one at the top, I've already made it into a habit, just about. And I think it's going to be very helpful to me, one of my better ideas. So this is something, this little self-improvement idea, I think is something anybody could start. And it's simple to do. And like I said, I'm not doing it because I really have my stuff together. I'm doing it because I'm one step from being a couch potato. So I need to get going before there's nothing left to go. All right, guys, this is my channel. I put stuff on new every week. I got over 900 videos on a bunch of different subjects, a different playlists. And down at the very bottom, I got a bunch of cool people I feature, no relation to me. They would deny it anyway. And like I said, a bunch of playlists. And I've been doing it for 13 years, got over 900 videos. 900 videos, and I still haven't learned to enunciate and speak slowly. Sometimes I listen to myself. I sound like I'm a cross between the guy Steinbrenner on Seinfeld and Boomhauer on King of the Hill. I need to talk better one day. All right, guys. I said I was going to make this short, and it's going on too long. All right, take care. See you out there.